Well, good morning, everybody. One of those days I definitely don't feel like getting out of bed. It actually rained quite a bit last night. Slept pretty darn good with the pitter patter of the rain on the roof. Finish off my OJ. Some cereal for breakfast. And I'm going to get cleaned up. Head to work. One more day after today. And hopefully those parts come in and we get the side door fixed. Because that's a pain in the bum. Having to climb over the chair to get to the door. It's not that bad, but still stinks. But I don't know. I'm going to eat breakfast and we'll talk to you when we get ready to leave. And maybe I'll put pants on too. Too much information there? Okay, we are ready. And I think I mentioned it last night. I walked down there are two spots right there. And if I think somebody is in one, but all the nice spots that I can see over there, nobody's in. I wonder if it's, some people I assume feel more comfortable, and that's just that person just sleeping in their car. But I know some people feel more comfortable being closer to others. I can be completely by myself, nobody within 100 miles, and I'm fine. I hiked most of the Sierra without company. That was great. I didn't see people for days. But yeah, I'm just surprised that that somebody took that little spot there when there were all kinds of nice ones right over there. Well, like I said, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Ooh, that's a big rock. I don't want to go too close to that. I would like to try that spot if that gentleman wasn't there tonight. He left this morning right now. I saw him. We're leaving right as I was getting ready to leave. That's that kind of a cool spot, really tucked into the trees. Oh, the sun's trying to come out now. Yeah, several people came in yesterday. A lot of these spots are taken that weren't taken last night when I came in. Oh, the wedge. I forgot the wedge. And I was thinking about it too. I thought about it. And here it comes. Yeah, that's such a pain in the bum. And I'm worried it's going to break the sliders. Because that fridge is heavy. That thing ain't light, let me tell you. On top of that, it's loaded. I'm worried that it's going to really mess those sliders up. I come down these bumpy roads, and it's always going to be downhill in the mountains. You can only go uphill one way if you get Sorry, Grandpa. I don't know how you guys walked uphill both ways, in the snow, but I can't figure out a way to drive uphill both ways. Yeah, a bunch of these spots when I came in last night were empty or full. I know what time people come in. Like that car. I don't know what time I went to sleep. Went out late, but it was probably back inside. Probably 8 o'clock, 8:30 at the latest. Alright, we are almost to a main road. So I was reading a little bit on the internet though this morning. Burning Man has had all kinds of wind and dust storms, and tearing apart things. Had to close the gate so that nobody could get in for I don't know how long they closed it for, but then they're waiting 6 to 8 hours on the road on the to traffic to get in. I hope. Oh gosh, I can't think of his name right off that I just met the other day. I can see it almost in my head. Max? Hope he wasn't going to get there till late Saturday, so he probably got stuck in all that stuff. But okay, I will see you on the flip side. Well, good evening, everybody. We're at Camp Spot. The one I was talking about yesterday that I said I wanted to try was open, but I pulled into it and I just got a bad vibe from it. There was a bunch of garbage in one area and it just made me feel like I didn't want to be there. So I came to the same spot I have tonight, or had last night. But I have a radiator hose for some reason that is hanging down. So I'm going to try to get under here real quick and just zip tie it. Of course, some ants are everywhere right here. I'm going to try to get under here and zip tie it and then cut the zip tie off. Ugh. So I don't know what to zip tie it to, because I think it's rubbing on the very bottom here. There's a little bit of wear. I can't push it up anywhere. So hopefully the zip tie is long enough, and I think it should be. Oh, and one of the bee buddies came by. Yeah, that's long enough. I think. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. That's going to keep it off of there. But now is it going to rub up against that other piece? Can't pull it. Push it back a little bit. Fortunately, I shouldn't have tightened that up so much right off the bat. I thought it was good. I didn't realize that. Because that will vibrate and rev up against there. Well, let's just cut this one off. And we'll grab another one. Easy peasy, right? I get my Leatherman in there. Yeah, we'll just grab another one. Move that back a little bit, right like that. And that shouldn't touch anything. Little things like that you got to pay attention to. Why the little thing fell down. There's actually another one on the other side that's kind of doing the same thing. So I'm going to get two zip ties, and I'll be right back. People are coming in today. Couple people have already pulled in and taken spots. But hey, that's good. All right, let's get back under here. Try this again. Ugh. All right, so that is away from everything now. Put this one in here. And we won't tighten it so tight until I double check it this time. Okay, it's gonna be away from there, not rubbing up against anything else. Try to get a good bite on it. It's nice and tight. Okay, that's not going to move now. So then we'll cut the little end off. Then, like I said, there's one on the other side here that I kind of moved up and over. And it doesn't seem to be moving from anything. But you know what? I'm going to slide the cardboard over. Oh. Put that behind the horn. Up into there. So it's on top of those things. And then we're going to do the exact same thing here. Can I reach it without moving the cardboard? Oh, probably not. The little things like that can really get you in trouble. You know, if you don't realize, if you're not going underneath the van looking at things all the time, those little hoses rubbing. You know, next thing you know, you've got a blown radiator hose or whatever other hose it could be. And that'll put you out of commission in a heartbeat. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, that's there. It's not really wouldn't rub against anything. I think that's a good spot for it. I do have a little bit of chafing material on this hose here that I had placed. Okay, it's basically off of everything. Tighten that up. All right, cut the end off of this one. If I can get in there. Where'd the little piece go? There it is. All right, now that's not rubbing against anything, and it's secure to the frame of the radiator. Same with that one, and it's not rubbing up against anything either. So there, quick little fix. And the good thing is, that should save me a hassle in the future, because you definitely don't want a radiator hose to go. So, all right, now I got to get cleaned up. So, but hey, It's your home, and it drives in an earthquake every day. So I got to get cleaned up, put the cardboard away, and then we'll talk to you in a few. One more little thing. We got the hood open, all right? Might as well check the oil. Yeah, these little things, that that's going to save you. I mean, that only took me just a couple minutes. But if you don't get under there and look and see what's going on, pay attention, and then spend those few minutes. I mean, you could be in the middle of the woods or anywhere else. I had the smallest oil leak from this thing. It's very little, but I don't know. It's been, what, a month since I had my oil changed? I'm good. Yeah, those little tiny things. If you're not checking stuff, you have to. Just like in the electrical system. Every once in a while, go back there and check the connections. Things rattle, things move. And if things loosen up, that can cause sparks on the electrical system, can cause sparks, fire, so this is driving in an earthquake every day. How long do you think it's going to last if you don't, pay attention to it? So, all right. Maintenance is done for the evening. I've got some work done. I've got a little bit more, and then we'll chit chat for a few minutes before I eat my healthier dinner tonight. So we'll see you in a minute. Well, all right, folks. I'm always looking at my home. Uh, you know, got here tonight after work, started doing some stuff, and started checking things out, and I noticed that hose had dropped down. This is a 20, what, 2-year old van. Those little plastic clamps that hold different things together, they're not going to last that long. So I'm glad I got under there and saw it. And I thought about at first, I'll just do it, not tomorrow, but the next day. But it's like, it might only take one day for that hose to rub. And there was a little wear, very little on the side of it. So I don't, I look under there all the time. But, maybe I just missed that. The one on the passenger side that was still up, that I had wrapped some chafing material around, was still in the same place. That one had fallen down a while back. But I was under there, might as well zip tie it. I don't know why I didn't zip tie it before. Oh, actually, I do. I only had like 2 inches, and I kept forgetting to buy them. But now both those hoses are attached up off of anything they can rub against. They're attached tight. They won't vibrate. They won't move. No issues for that. So, that's good. But it's a beautiful evening. But again, I can't tell you guys enough, or anybody. You got to check that stuff. Imagine being, say you want to go really explore and you're traveling full time and something happened like that. And all of a sudden you're in the middle of the mountains or the desert, wherever, and that hose busts a leak. You're dead in the water. You can't drive out. And, so maintenance is probably is the most important thing if you want to do any kind of van life, whether it's even if it's weekend going somewhere far. If you don't pay attention to what's going on, you break down in the middle of nowhere, nobody's coming to get you. And if my full-time home, if that thing wore through and I didn't realize it, and it leaked the antifreeze out overnight, I'd start the car up in the morning and the engine would be blown by the time I got anywhere. So you really have to check everything in your van, your rig, whatever it is, all the time. Tomorrow night, Friday, probably won't do it tomorrow night, but the door panel, I'll take that apart a little bit. So then when I go in to get my pieces to fix that cable the next day, I can check if they're going to work. If not, I'll go to the Ford dealership and say, hey, you got a cable. I'll buy a cable. But that needs to be fixed. Definitely. And then I'll also go ahead and redo the back door lock so that it actually can unlock from outside. Works fine. I just have it in the wrong position. But things happen. All right. I think that's all I have for you tonight. Gonna go inside, eat my healthier dinner. I'm actually hungry. I don't know if that sale is really going to do it. But I think it'll be fine. Then in the morning, I'll have a little cereal and OJ. I bought another bottle of OJ today. So, all right. Again, thank you for watching, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. And as always, you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you tomorrow on Jellybean Outdoors for another exciting day of my boring van life. But it's real. That's why I try to give you guys. See you tomorrow.